Nenjagalo zikwata wenti nziruke nankuba omuggo wano nemugamba media nemala nenziruka nandekaawo.
On the 3rd of May 2024, Uganda will join the rest of the world in commemorating the World Press Freedom Day with different activities taking place across the entire country. However, the commemorations come at a time when journalists in the country face a number of issues, including the continued brutality by the security, poor pay, among others. At the national level, issues like global warming are also at a surge.
Those are journalists. You strike the journalists.
Addressing the media on the freedom of the press, Crispin Kugiza Kahero, the commissioner of the Uganda Human Rights Commission, noted that the day is to be celebrated by embarking on activities aimed at protecting the environment. He called upon the government to put emphasis on supporting the press efforts geared towards bringing awareness on environmental issues.
I want to call upon all stakeholders, and primarily the government, to support all the press efforts to bring awareness on issues affecting the environment, to initiate and pass appropriate policies and laws that will encourage and facilitate proper coverage of environmental issues. But also, we want to call upon the public to support, and where relevant and where possible, to give and facilitate the press with information and access on issues affecting the environment.
Commenting on the deteriorating welfare of journalists in the country, Kaheo said that the Uganda Human Rights Commission is so much interested in the matter, hence laboring to ensure the media practitioners operate with ease.
It's been a question that we've taken note of. It's a question that we have tried to highlight. It's a question that we continue to flag, the issue of the welfare of journalists. And this encompasses quite a number of things, as you may know. Many times when we speak about welfare, the mind runs to only the remuneration. But there is also many other things that are involved. Safety aware, we have talked about this quite a number of times.
Dr. George William Lugalambia, founder member of the Uganda Media Sector Working Group, expounded more about this year's World Press Freedom Day, strongly emphasizing the role played by the media in protecting the environment.
Commemoration is really about drawing attention to the important role that the media plays in highlighting the environmental crisis, the climate crisis that the world is facing today and that our country is facing today. As we all know, ultimately, as media practitioners, the very survival of our industry is very much about the impact that we can demonstrate that our work has.
We are calling on all stakeholders, especially perhaps the development partners and donor communities, to also prioritize support for continued capacity building for journalists and journalism to be able to effectively report and cover investigative stories on the environment.
But why commemorate the World Press Freedom Day? George William Lugalabi explained the motive of these celebrations.
World Press Freedom Day is intended to mobilize support and solidarity for media practitioners and journalists that are targeted for harm because of their professional duty. We also remember the journalists who lost their lives in the course of their work over the last 1 year.
This year's World Press Freedom Day is to resonate on the theme Press for the Planet, journalism in the face of the environmental crisis. A number of activities are to be conducted across the 4 regions of Uganda, including regional dialogues in the northern Uganda, a sport gala in Soroti, plus 2 photo exhibitions in northern Uganda in Kampala. John Baptista Humza, Church of Uganda, Family TV News at 8.